Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Come on in the room. You know what today is? It is Thursday, and I am Ada Brooks with your weekly HR 101 tip. Tag a neighbor, tag a friend, tell them we are on. We have just a few minutes, and you know what tomorrow is. We're going to talk about it in just a few minutes. But before we get started, I do want to say thank you to everyone who joined me on Tuesday night with Jules by AB. We had a great time. We had a great time on Tuesday night. We was talking paparazzi. We was talking Thankful Tuesday. We was getting you ready for the 2023 Rose Gala. So if you have had an opportunity to see the replay, inbox me for your accessories. The Rose Gala is put on, of course, by our own Mr. Tim Campbell. And he is giving those individuals their roses. And I want you to get your ticket. You can go to Eventbrite and get your tickets because I am one of the nominees for the Neighborhood Hero Award. So, whomever nominated me, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. So, that is truly a thankful Tuesday tip for me because I was really, really happy, really, really surprised. Was not expecting that. So, um, yes, get your tickets. Come on out. We're expecting um, a great night of some very important and powerful people who are making a difference in our community. So if you see Mr. Tim Campbell, give him a pat on the back, give him his roses, tell him thank you for all the work that he is doing and have done and will continue to do. So as we get started, we're going to talk about employee appreciation. As we all know, tomorrow is Employee Appreciation Day. So I want to talk to my employers, big and small, my managers, my leaders, my supervisors, because I would like to know, put in the chat, what are you doing for your employees on tomorrow? So you don't have to do everything big. Don't tell me it's not in your budget because after tonight, I'm going to give you some ideas. And guess what? You can just take them if you like, but it is just a way for us to tell our employees thank you for all the work that you have done, all the work that you will do, because we would not be as a company where we are without you and all of your hard work, your dedication, and your loyalty to the company. So, what I would like to do on tonight is put in the chat. Let's talk about it a little bit. Put in the chat if you're an employer, a supervisor, manager, or leader. Put in there what you are going to do for your employees, for your team. Maybe you don't know that tomorrow is Employee Appreciation Day. Well, guess what? It is. And while we're on that note, I also want to say, well, you know what? I'll do that at the end. Yeah, I'll do that at the end. I'll stay where I am. I'm just going to give you a few ideas on tonight of what you can do for your employees. And remember to speak to me as you come in the room so I can speak to you. So, with that being said, just a few things that you can do for your employees on tomorrow. And say that you're a small company of less than 50 employees. So, guess what? A few things you can do for breakfast. Maybe you can do donuts, and maybe you can order pizza for lunch. Maybe you can give gift cards. If you're small enough, you can also, guess what, send a personalized, I said personalized. That means Everybody's going to get something different. You can send a personalized email to each of your employees. You have less than 50 employees, this is very doable. If you send a personalized email to each of your employees, maybe you have some that work out in the fields and they are not behind the desk. Maybe they're an electrician, maybe they're some type of tech person. You send them a personalized text. Thank you. I appreciate all of your hard work. And of course, we do not want to just do this when it is employee appreciation, but we really want to do it because it is employee appreciation. Because for the most part, when it comes to our employees, and especially if they've worked for us for more than 10 years, the biggest gripe that we can hear as HR professionals is that they do not appreciate us. They don't hear us. They don't listen to our ideas. They don't hear our suggestions. So I want us on tomorrow to do something different. Think outside of the box. Do something they're not expecting you to do. Give them that pat on the back because it is it's the smallest things that count. It is really the small things. They would really, really appreciate the big things, but as a company, maybe you're not in that place to where you can do the big things, but you can do those small things. So let's do them. Let's do the small, big things is what I like to call it. The small, big things, because we always want to do the big things, but we always forget about the small things that goes so much further than those big things. Maybe you're a big company, and maybe you all can, if you work in hospitality, you can go into a banquet room and have something, have the lunch catered or what have you. But we really want you as a company, as an employer, as a manager, leader, supervisor, to start appreciating your employees, because some of them make a lot of us, guess what, look so good. I'm gonna say it again. Some of them make all of us look good. Sometimes we can take their ideas and we keep it for ourselves, and you didn't come up with that idea. Give that person their kudos. Let your manager know, look, this was not my idea. This was one of my team members' idea, and I think it is so good. I am willing to try it. You know, so let's give our employees a small, big appreciation on tomorrow, because some of them, you have those that come in early, they stay late, they work all the extra overtime because you know what? I can call Jim and he coming in. Is it always about the money? No. But they make your shift run so much smoother when you know you have that person around you. When you have that person on your shift, you know what? Everything is going to be taken care of because Jim is. Everything is going to run smoother because I have Mary here. So if you don't say anything to Mary, if you don't say anything to Jim, and you keep calling them in and they keep showing up for you, but this is the one time that you need to show up for them and you don't, guess what Jim and Mary gonna do? They gonna stay at home the next time you decide you want to call on them. So whomever your Marys and your Jims are, show up for them tomorrow. Shout them out. Pull them to the front and say, I know we couldn't make it without all of you, but I really want to give Jim and Mary, whomever your Jims and Marys are, I want to give them their kudos today because they have really gone the extra mile. Whenever I've needed them to show up, they've shown up. Whenever I've needed them to stay late, they've stayed late. Whenever I just need them. They are there. So you want to do that. Hey, Miss Elegant Photography, how are you? You are right. That core crew is a few and small. That's right. And so we want to appreciate them. So on tomorrow, it is Appreciation Day, Employee Appreciation Day. So I need all of my employers, big, medium, or small. It doesn't matter how big your company is. If you have individuals that work for you, or you know what, even if you're an entrepreneur and you say, I got a team, guess what? You need to be appreciating your team. You need to appreciate your team. Take them to lunch. Take them to lunch. Elegant Photography said, wow, this was the office talk today. Keeping the energy appreciated, not just pointed out. The negative pointing of the finger, right? Because we can always find what somebody has done wrong or what they're doing wrong. But what about what they've done right? What they have done right. Let's talk about what they have done right. Why do we always have to talk about, well, they missed this and they missed that? They shouldn't have missed this. You know what? Every time we get into the meat of this, my grandma phone rings. And guess what? She answered the phone. And she truly answers the phone. She just had the conversation, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. We just having a good time. I'm just down here with my granny, y'all. But let's not forget about those employees. ABC is calling in. Yes, ABC always calling in, honey. But I want us as employers, as team leaders, managers, supervisors, if you're an entrepreneur and you have a team, tomorrow I want you to go all out as much as your budget will allow you to, because this is March. I need you to plant your seeds in March. With all of the weather, look, okay, I'm finna go here, y'all, because I do this when it rains and stuff sometimes. But with it raining, with all the rain we've gotten, and some of us have some seeds in the ground. If you don't, now is the time for you to put some seeds in the ground. I need you to put your seeds in the ground. I need you to plant a seed into your team. I didn't say it had to be a big seed, because they say the size of a mustard seed. So if you plant a mustard seed in your team on tomorrow, or how about for the month of March? We won't even just say tomorrow. That means you have the entire month of March. You have time to plant your seed, because it's raining, it's storming, and the rain is going to water your seed. The storm is going to break up that folly ground in order for your seed to grow. So the storm is breaking it up, the rain is giving it water. Oh, and the sun is going to come out in April for it to grow. So I am challenging all of my managers, leaders, supervisors, my entrepreneurs, my employers to plant a seed into your team. And then for your team members, I want you all to remember the seed that's been planted. Now, we need to plant a good seed. So that means you all got to be good ground in order for that seed to fall and grow in. And then when it begins to grow, I want you to remember the seed that was given to you. And then I want you to plant the seed to somebody else, because each one teach one, each one reach one. So as we all begin to grow in this circle of life, on tomorrow we're going to kick it off though. So I need everybody to get ready, start planting your seed. As I get ready to close, and I say this only because you have to remember how you started. But it's not how you start, it's also how you finish. So that means you have to continue to run this race. Don't give up in the middle. just because the storms come, because they will come. So, with that being said, my pastor, Lakeisha Braggs, has a journal out. I want you to go out on Amazon. You can find it under her name, Lakeisha R. Braggs. And I am going to go to Amazon because I want you all to go and plant a seed. See, because when you get this journal, that's you planting a seed towards something for either for you or for somebody else. And it's a beautiful journal. I've already placed my order. So yeah, me and a couple of others. I want you to get your journal and remember the seed, because you're going to write some things down that you want to come to fruition. And when you do that, it's called reset. Okay? That is the name of the journal. The reset button has been pressed. You can't come down. The reset button has been pressed. You can't come down. Need you to go to Amazon and get yours. Okay? Because I've gotten my order. So I'm just waiting on it to come in. And then also, one last thing before I go, I want to say happy birthday to Mr. Kamarion. He knows who he is, Mr. Lumpkin, Kamarion Lumpkin. We call him C. Happy birthday. And he is celebrating birthday number 4. And he's celebrating this weekend at Chuck E. Cheese, like all the little kids do. So on tonight, I really want us to be mindful, employers, managers, leaders. Plant your seed into your team, and let's watch those seeds grow. That is my word on tonight. Employee appreciation. I hope I've been able to give you some tips. Again, you can always reach ABC at 501-291-1650, or you can send us an email to abc@abchr101.com. Again, I am your host, Ada Brooks with Ada Brooks Consulting. Again, do not forget about the Rose Gala 2023. You can go to Eventbrite and get your ticket. They are now open. I am one of the nominees. And thank you to whomever nominated me. I am forever grateful. Until next week, I am Ada Brooks with Ada Brooks Consulting. Come on back, and I'll have another weekly HR 101 tip. Until then, make it a great evening.